What's going on, everybody? Welcome
What
back
up? What up?
to another. Whoa, cha-ching to start the episode off. Welcome back to another episode, folks.
How
Hey,
is
just
everyone
so the
tonight?
BKE shirt. Yeah, what's going on, everybody? How are you doing tonight, my friend?
Dude, I am good minus the technical difficulties that I was having. I hope
Right.
everyone is now directed over to Marcus's channel, at least on Instagram, because I couldn't sign into my YouTube channel to let everyone know that we're over on your side tonight. But
So
yeah,
all your Google's messed up right now, huh?
yeah. So
That sucks.
that's
So yeah,
fun.
anybody that is keeping up with us, we alternate channels every week. Last week we were on my channel. This week we're supposed to be on Naviar's channel. Technical difficulties, so boom, we're here. Hopefully you
Yes,
guys can find it and come kick it and hang out with us. uh you
yes.
know spend just a little bit of your time, where it's not a whole lot. We ain't gonna take all night.
I mean, it's only an hour. Come on.
Right. Hey, some people, man, like, I'll go on people's lives, and don't get me wrong, I love going on people's lives, but every time it seems like I go on someone's live, it's a 2 hour live, and I'm like, should I be doing 2 hour lives? But
I mean, I guess it all depends on, like, I think we definitely have the back and forth. Like, we have the chemistry to do 2 hours,
right,
but I think
it's
there's like
keeping
there's a
people there.
there's a lot of debate, like,
Right,
amongst the time that you should do a podcast, right? Like,
right,
there's too short and there's too long. And as somebody that has ran a podcast before, like, I feel
right.
like an hour is sort of a
It's the
sweet
sweet
spot.
spot, man.
It
Yeah.
is.
Bro, what's going on, bro? Finishing up 45 listings, party time. That's what I'm talking about, man. I
Wait, what are
literally
you
just he just
gonna?
finished 45 listings.
I was gonna ask, what does party time entail? How do you celebrate? Do you just, like, throw up a bunch of confetti afterwards, or, like, what's what?
It's just those little twist things where you
Yeah,
just
yeah,
pop it
yeah,
in and throw
yeah,
party
yeah.
time. Yeah, throw a party hat and a kazoo.
Right.
Yeah, man. Yeah, Bo and I, we're in the same group, man. So
Okay.
we're all about, trying to hit that reseller nirvana, man.
Yeah,
Uh
for sure.
if it flips, it ships. What's going on, broski? Appreciate you coming and hanging out, man. Nita J, thank you for coming and hanging out with us. Everyone that's coming in, we were supposed to be on Ray's channel tonight, man. We're here. That's all
So
that
we
matters.
appreciate you guys showing
Yeah,
up on the correct
definitely,
channel.
definitely.
We
House
appreciate
show
you
show for
guys.
everybody.
Yeah, I was gonna say, we appreciate you guys checking and being part of our socials, because that's probably how you knew, or
Yeah.
you had your notifications on, and good for you
Oh,
as well, because Marcus really appreciates that.
yeah.
So
We both do, but yeah, I definitely do. I definitely appreciate the notifications being turned on, because
okay,
it helps.
I do have two things that I want to talk about: garage sailing and yard sailing being one. But first
Okay.
of all, I want to ask you this, now that we have some people flowing in. What's up,
Okay.
by the way, to everyone that I did not say hi to? But am I in your top 10 subscriptions on your YouTube app?
How do I find that out?
You go into your YouTube app and hit
Okay.
subscriptions on the bottom, and am I one of the top 10? You're in my
I
top
don't see
10.
I don't see why you wouldn't be, because are you talking about on the top screen up
Yeah.
there?
Yeah.
One, two. Yeah, you're the second.
Wow. Okay. Okay.
I told you, bro. I watch your videos every day.
All right, you're number one, two, three, four, five, six. You're seven. You're number
It's
seven.
all good, man. I'm in the
You're
top 10.
you're the top 10, bro.
Yeah.
What are your top 10 subs? Just out of
Okay.
curiosity.
So,
If I'm not getting too personal, I mean, I
no,
I know that
I'm open book, bro.
hey,
So,
that could be a personal thing for some people. They're
oh yeah, I mean, I could see if they're watching inappropriate stuff. Like, no, you can't have my phone. So the first one is Daily Refinement. The second one is you. The third is James, My Boring Reseller Life. He's from St. Louis too.
Oh,
Uh,
cool.
Gary V is the fourth one. Chris from Flip the World is the fifth one. Meigs B is a Christian channel from. She's from St. Louis as well. She's also a reseller too, though.
Gotcha.
Connect Church is another one. Dana Invest is number 7. Reseller Rachel Strickland is number 8. Cha-Ching King is number 9, and Philly Flipper is number 10.
Okay.
Yeah,
Congrats
man.
to who made it to top 10 that we
Right,
that
right.
we've mentioned.
Yeah. Gary V
um
slithered his way on in there, man. He should be like way, way down the line, because I only watch him every now and then. But the thing that made him hop up so far in the listing is because I fell asleep with his channel on. So
Oh,
they played a bunch of his
the
content.
algo was
Yeah,
like, oh, you must love
yeah.
this guy.
You must love this guy. You watched it for 12 hours straight.
That's
And so,
funny. I
yeah,
actually I find it interesting that you have all resell channels as your top 10 because I definitely don't have
they're
resell
not all
channels in.
reseller channels. A couple of them are faith based, but yeah,
Oh, okay,
pretty
but they
much.
are also resellers though, right? Like
Yeah,
so
one of them is.
it
Two of
kind of
them are. Yeah,
walks.
actually, every single one of them are. I can't. I got to take that back. All of them
There you
are.
go.
So yeah, definitely.
That's funny.
Uh,
That's funny.
Miss Lachey
It
says,
flips it.
Marcus, you might fall asleep on a 2 hour live, but I think Ray can talk all night. Ray's got the gift of the gab, man.
I mean, I
And
listen. I do like talking about reselling. I really do.
yeah. Uh, if it
It
flips the
flips.
ship says, I had to come on the bigger channels. Can't take trolling fun. Well,
Okay, well, it depends what kind of trolling we're talking about
right,
here. Like, you got to
right.
give us some context here. What's up, Dana?
Dana, I just was just talking about you, man. You're in my top
Yeah,
10 YouTube
you
channels.
you made top 10 on Marcus's
I think you're
YouTube
number
app.
8. 1, 2, 3,
So
4, 5,
congratulations,
7, 8. Yeah, you're
congrats.
number 8, Dana. 8 out of 10. So yeah, man.
I got
So
I got Tim the Tat Man, which is Call of Duty Warzone,
okay.
content creator. I got Ricer Miata, which is a car channel, and then I've
That's
got Hearthstone, which is a video game, and then I finally have some resellers. Hey, to be
okay.
fair though, you're right next to Harry Tornado on mine,
Wow.
and you're also in the company of Cincinnati Picker John. So,
Nice.
you know, I do like some CP. I do like some CP. I do.
Yeah, he's one of the originators for me.
Oh
Oh
yeah, for
boy.
sure.
Hello, Marcus. I plan on starting an eBay business account with a store, and I plan on sourcing and clothing. What are your tips in terms of sourcing and growing on eBay? Okay, so that's a very, very great question. First of all, if you're just starting out, I don't recommend you getting a store yet. A store only comes into play when you're like listing 250 items every month and you run out of your free listings and you have to start paying an insertion fee for listings. So, what I recommend you doing is if you are paying more in insertion fees for listings than you would pay for a store subscription, that's when I would invest in the store subscription. Only then, because if you're not going to pay more for listing fees, there's no need to buy a store. Now, with a store, you get a couple of extra bonuses like a coupon to like get free shipping supplies every quarter, and I think you get some higher placement and discount on final value fees. But if you're just starting out, just get a basic account and then just start selling. My tips for sourcing and clothing is if you don't know anything, if you have zero brand knowledge, just start with stuff that you have around the house that you don't wear. List it to get a sense of listing it, know the item specifics, learn things, and see what sells the fastest. Then you go out and buy more of what sold. Don't just jump into it and just I'm gonna just grab 20 pairs of jeans and just throw them up because you don't know if those 20 pair of jeans are going to sell immediately and you don't want to have your money tied up. So start out with free stuff, rebuy what sells of the free stuff, and that way you know you've sold it once, you could sell it again.
Yeah, that's a very
uh,
open-ended question, but I think you nailed it pretty good there.
I try to, man. I heard
Very
that you cheating.
loaded.
Yeah, but at the same time, these are the types of questions we're here for.
Oh
If
yeah.
if I didn't answer good enough, narrow it down a bit more, and then I'll do my best
Yeah,
uh, to to hit the nail on the head.
for
But yeah,
sure, for
man,
sure.
it's definitely now I have a premium store. I think that's I don't even know, man, 10,000 listings or something a month that I get. But I don't know, just because I kept running out of listings, you know what I mean?
Right.
Because I'm listing 40 a day almost, and you run out pretty quick at that point. So
Oh yeah.
I was just like, let me just go ahead and level it up. I think I pay like $70 a month for a store, but it's worth it in the end, and you get a lot of benefits from being in the store, and you get higher placement because
Yeah,
I
for
mean
sure.
you're incentivized to get higher placement.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I would hope so.
Right, I'm paying you guys
You know,
70 bucks a month.
I mean, naturally, right? Like, if you're doing enough business to justify a premium store, you're already
Mhm.
making the algorithm happy, by making that many postings a
Right.
day, right? So,
Yep.
like, it's only natural that
Things going
you're going
crazy,
to
man.
be, yeah, no kidding, man.
Yeah.
Today was actually one of the slowest day of sales that I've had in a while. Like,
Yes.
I was surprised.
I
I was
crossed over
surprised.
1,400 sales today. Let's see
Heck
what
yeah.
I got 1,800 something listed. Um,
Nice. Nice.
if I can get my
2000
phone to work.
when?
Huh?
2000 when?
1,403 out of sold out of 1,839 listed. So that's really good sell
That's
through in the store,
really
man.
good sell through rate. Yeah, that's
What's up,
really good.
Travis?
Bo said
Bo
he
said
upgraded to
getting hip
a
updates.
premium.
Nice. So yeah, I did it last month too, man. Definitely is worth it, in my
Yeah,
opinion.
Bo. Yeah, Bo. How do you feel about the upgrade?
Right, right. Marcus, how many times a week do you go to the Goodwill bins? I actually have one in my area, and I want to go someday. I would go immediately, and I go once a week just because mine is 2 hours away from me. But I'm gonna have to start ramping that up because normally what I'll do is I'll go on Monday, I'll stay all day. We have two rotations at our bins, 10 to 1, and then 3 to 6, and I'll try to get it. I'll try to get all of my listings for the whole week in one trip. But since I'm putting up like 230 a week, that oftentimes doesn't happen, and I'll get 100 something pieces, and then I'll just go to yard sales at a thrift store where my twin brother works at, and I'll just get the rest of what I need for the week that way. Didn't happen like that today. Speaking of yard sales, I went to yard sales in Scott County or Scott City, which is the county next to me, and they're supposed to have this citywide yard sale, with a
Oh,
bunch of yard sales like they just had in my neighborhood last weekend. And I go out there doing there's literally like 5 yard sales and nothing there. So struck out, man. I was like, you know what? I'm screw this. I'm gonna just go list. So I just went
yeah.
back to the storage unit and started getting my listings done.
Have you been regularly going on Saturday mornings?
No, I don't, I take Saturday totally off.
Okay, good for you. Good for
I
you.
don't do anything. I mean, I launch listings and that's it. I don't even ship.
Yeah.
So
No,
Sunday
that's
I'm
fair.
getting it, you know.
That's fair. I actually ship on Saturdays. And I noticed that it does give me a little bit more like positive feedback because people are already expecting it on Monday. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? Because of the way that eBay sets it up. But
Yeah.
yeah, I still ship on Saturdays. But the dude, I wanted to talk about this because I want your opinion and I want chat's opinion for sure. What are your guys' opinions on sniping garage sales? And by sniping, I mean like
Yeah.
you message the people on like Facebook and be like, hey, can I come look at your garage sale on a Friday night?
Yep.
Do you try to show up on a Friday night at their house and be like, hey, what's up? Can I look at your sale? Or C, do you show up early, like 30 minutes or more to a garage sale to try to snipe out stuff? Because for whoever watched the last garage sale video that we did on our channel, I met a viewer there and they said that they were there at 6:30, which is 30 minutes
Wow.
before opening time.
Right.
I I'm like, man, how early is early, right? Like,
Yeah,
are you
I
guys
agree.
gonna, like, is it like, okay, so you guys showed up at 6:30, are you gonna show up at 6 o'clock next time, and then is it gonna be 5:30, and then like where does that line get drawn? You
Right,
know what I'm
right.
saying? Like, whenever
Oh,
Zesty
Joey
and I
got a
had our,
bean. What's going on,
yo, what
bro?
up,
Man, I
Joey?
didn't mean to cut you off. Joey's big time, man.
No, yeah,
That's
for sure.
Liberty in the building. Go ahead though.
So like where does that line get drawn? Because like when Zesty and I had ours, we had a couple
Mhm.
people try to walk up, 30,
Early
45
bird
minutes
alert,
early,
right?
and we were just like, yo, look, like, no, the garage
Yeah.
sale starts at 8. Read the sign. Like,
So
I don't.
yeah, man. I think that's a big thing though in the reseller community, period, though, man, because you got the people that want to get there before anybody so they could try and get all the good stuff. Now, as far as the night beforehand, I've never even considered that. Just because I, I I don't look at Facebook for really much
Yeah.
of anything. So I don't even see like Facebook posts on what could be there, which is probably me slacking on my behalf. You know what I mean? Uh,
Yeah.
Maybe someone's getting all the good stuff before I even get there because they're doing one up, versus what I'm doing. But usually, man, as far as like early birding, I don't early bird intentionally unless I'm just like driving around going through the yard sales, by in order, and then I get
Yeah.
to one, it's not ready yet because I didn't read properly or something like that. But usually they're already letting people in by the time I get there anyway. So I'm not opposed to it. I just don't really practice it all that much.
Yeah. Yeah. I don't know. I just had mixed feelings, especially because they said that they had game related stuff there. And listen, like I hope that was the person who got it. I think they said that even though they showed up early, somebody showed up even as early or earlier than them and
Right.
like bought all the game stuff or whatever it may be. I don't know, but either way, like I don't know where do you draw that line? Like I want to hear from you guys in chat. Did anyone say anything about it? Uh, there are
This
way
is
too
all the
wait.
same person shopping with me, dude.
That's crazy. That is
Why don't they
honestly
just like
crazy.
why don't they just buy, put it all in their cart and let me send them an invoice? But hey, I shipped out. I've been getting a lot of repeat buyers. I don't know. Are you using coupons yet?
No, no.
Yeah.
Actually, I was just reading what Miss Lachey said about insertion fees around 315
Yeah,
15 listings.
let me go back up to that.
And I actually I meant to start the basic store at 300 listings and
Mhm.
I'm hovering around 400 and I still haven't done it. So that thank you Miss Lachey. I need to do
Yeah,
that.
yeah.
I need to do that.
Um,
I'm
Yard
trying to I'm
sales.
trying to understand what if it flips it. Chip said our yard sales have 6 cars at each one. There are way too many pickers now. I so like
I think that's worldwide.
people are showing up at 6. Is that what you're saying? What up,
Maybe
Kristen? By the way.
there's a lot of people there. Who knows?
Oh, okay. Okay. Yeah, I
So,
mean, I don't know. I just thought it
Kristen,
was
what's
like
going on?
rather wild. I don't know.
Okay, Nita says I did that recently, but it was their fault because they had the garage sale sign on their yard on Wednesday evening, and they were setting up because he had just bought the house with everything in it. Wow.
Wow.
Yeah, I've done that before too. Came through on while they were setting up, but they were like, "Yeah, it's not for." We had an error in the newspaper ad, like we're not open until tomorrow. So I was like, "Oh, okay, no problem."
Gotcha.
Bo said, "I
Gotcha.
just made an ad on Facebook last month. We buy clothes and promote that page to the target demographics in my area. Been buying a good bit of clothes through that. Yo, that's a great idea, bro.
That is.
Do you get a lot of people that are trying to sell you straight crap, or like do you go through and do you like cherry pick, or do you just buy it all, or do you like ask for photos before you even meet up? Like, tell me a little bit more about that because I'm definitely like interested in something like that.
Yeah. Yeah. I don't like. I'm trying to think if I've ever seen that on Facebook in the St. Louis area. But that's interesting, Nita. That basically they were having an estate sale at that point. So you know.
There are people that go 2 hours early here. That's crazy, bro. I'd be like, you
See,
get away from my
no.
house that early.
You know what I'm saying though? I'm still
Yeah,
sleeping 2 hours before a garage
right.
sale. Go home.
Straight up. Showing up on Friday would be creepy for me. I also get irritated with the super early people. Plus, they never seem to buy anything. Yeah, man. I feel like there should be some, yard sale reseller etiquette. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But people are just trying to get the best deals and get the most bang for their buck. So at the end of the day, it is what it is. For the Goodwill bins, how is your cost per piece less than $2? Are all Goodwill bins like that for clothing? So it's a dollar. What is it? $1.59 per pound there, Naviar.
It's $1.55
So
59 per pound. They upped it recently.
so for me, I buy everything and I just average it out by the cost that I spent. Some jeans are going to weigh 3 pounds. Some items are going to weigh over 3 pounds. Some are going to weigh under a pound and just a few ounces. So I just average all that in and divide it by what I spent by how many items I have, and it usually ends up being $1.60 to 70, per item. But at the same time, I do that store wide in my accounting spreadsheet. So like for instance, I bought these boots I got over here, these Pecos Red Wing boots for $20 today. But when I put them in the spreadsheet, it'll be $1.97 because I bought thousands of pieces this year and I average everything that I bought by the money that I've spent on it. So my buy cost stays low.
It's a good idea.
Yeah.
That is a good idea.
David Jobs, thanks for joining us. I don't know you, my friend, but I appreciate your support. Hey, Marcus, do you have the new listing tool on eBay? I do. Um, I thought I was going to be slick and just try it out for a listing and then, bounce back to the old way of doing things. Nah, they shafted me, bro. Once you're in, you're in. It's like a
Oh,
game. You're not
really?
getting out of the eBay listing tool. So if you're not trying to use the eBay listing tool, don't opt in until they force you to opt in because at first I didn't like it, but now I've been doing it that way, so I got used to it. So it is what it
Oh,
is.
okay. Okay.
Paul Beagle, first time here, but I've been doing this full time for 13 years. Always self to buy. Keep learning and growing. Hey man, thanks for your support and coming to hang out with us, bro.
Yo,
Yeah, I'm Ray and I are both just on our second year at this, so
yeah.
we're definitely learning every day, every
Not
single
even
day.
not even a year full time. So,
Yeah, we're
yeah.
literally both like not even into our whole complete first year full time.
Yeah.
So you're October.
Yeah.
When were you in?
Well,
Yes,
no. Well,
I was October.
a little bit before. Like it was
Okay,
more like August or no. Yeah, it was like August something.
okay.
It was like right
So
after my
maybe
birthday. So yeah, it
coming
was
up
like August
on a
something.
year soon. Yeah, man. I love it though. It's definitely a learning experience. I must confess, I called a marketplace selling. They let me come early, and I got 40 concert shirts for $100 and $50 a $50,000 wine collection for $30. No joke. Wow, dude.
What?
Yeah, that's amazing. Those are the type of testimonies I need to hear, but I don't need to hear because I'll be sniping on Facebook all night. Like, can I come? Can I come early? You know what I mean? We like knocking on your doors, looking through your windows. Like,
Oh, I mean, dude, you if you put video games in your garage sale ad,
yeah,
like
it's
you
straight
have
up
yeah, you have people
million
crawling out of the
messages.
woodwork, bro.
It's
Like
crazy.
yeah, even if it's commons, like they're
Yeah,
going to be on their way. Like
yeah,
I don't know. I still did really well the last weekend.
yeah.
I mean, I got an Apple II computer for $5. I got a Sega Master System for $5. So I
Good
shouldn't
stuff.
complain too much, but still, like I wonder what I would have got
Mhm.
had those people not sniped that
Yeah,
garage sale early.
yeah,
You know what I'm saying? And I
yeah. That
showed
makes
up,
sense.
no BS, no BS. I was there at 7:02, bro. Like I
Yeah.
was like, yeah, like this should be just fine.
Well,
And there
so
and people were just like, yeah, we were here at 6:30. Like, come
last
on.
week, last week at this yard sale that I went to, man, I went there and there was Hoka's and New Balance running shoes, Saucony running shoes, fitness clothing that I've only heard about, never found yet. And I get there and I buy all this stuff out. And then literally as I'm paying, my ex-girlfriend comes up and she's like coming to
No.
buy stuff. And I'm like, you don't want to go there. I bought everything. Like I see her going, but getting back in her car because there was literally nothing left there. Anything worth buying to resell, I picked up. Like I cleared
That's
them out.
funny. That's funny.
Lululemon, all types of stuff, dude. So
That's
those sales,
wild.
I include brand list in the ad with 50-piece minimum. Bought a good bit of Lululemon for about $2 a piece. LOL. Most people just happy they do not need to drive the clothes to donations. That's right. And so, how much do you pay for this ad? Because I'm definitely gonna have to get on the ball with that. I like the
Yeah,
new
that's
listing. Been
I
using it a while, but I've heard there's work around to go back the old way. There probably is, but I'm gonna just rock with it.
yeah, I'm
Yeah.
sure that the ad would be pretty cheap just because like it's a very general ad, you know what
Yeah.
I'm saying? Like it wouldn't
Well,
be
see, I've ran Facebook ads before and it did not convert, not even once, but it was for fitness and I was doing it from here to St. Louis. So,
mhm.
200 mile, like I think was the maximum I could actually, I probably couldn't even do it that far away, but I know I had at least 100 miles set on there and
Yeah.
it didn't convert at all, dude. And I didn't spend a boatload of money, but I spent like $50 over the course of like 2 months and Thousands of
Yeah.
people saw it, but it didn't convert. But I guess I'd be buying something this time, so people would definitely probably hit me up.
Yeah, I
Thoughts
mean
on Sellhound? I don't use Sellhound or any listing software. Ray, what's your thoughts on Sellhound or listing software?
I've never even heard of Cellhound, but I mean, I, I mean, there's a way to efficiently create, like you've done it, to efficiently create listings on eBay,
Yeah,
and there's really no workaround aside from just doing listings consistently.
right. Yep.
So
It's
like,
the fastest way.
I like there's no snake oil, right? To
Yeah,
boosting your listings, and anybody that tells you that, or any company that tells you that, yeah, they're full of it.
right.
So
And so then, like at the end of the day, man, like you got to do half the work anyway. And I'm not telling anyone not to use listing software because it's your business to run the way that you want to. But if I have to send you the pictures, the title, and the description, and
precisely.
then I have to then wait for the listing to get done, proofread it, make
Yeah.
sure that everything's correct, and then change what I have to change in case you didn't do everything right. I might as well
Right.
have just done the listing myself.
Yep,
So,
exactly. Now, unless like, does Cellhound do multiple platforms? Because I know there's
uh,
softwares that do multiple platforms, and I totally understand that. But I think for Marcus and I's case, since we're strictly eBay sellers, I mean, Zesty and I sell physically, but that's aside from the point. If we're just strictly eBay speaking, I mean, there's really no point in using a software, in my opinion.
right.
But
This
if
is
you're
one
if
of those
you're
shirts that I got, the fitness from that yard sale I was just talking about. It's
oh,
called
okay,
Built, BYLT.
I've never
Uh,
heard of it.
it's for fitness. If you see this brand, I literally listed this shirt today. Somebody bought it already. So
That's crazy. As he throws the phone to the side.
right, drops mic.
Yeah. Told y'all that was a
Um,
bolo.
yeah, I actually picked it up from Matt from Thrifter Life. He's got like he does a lot of men's clothing videos and stuff like that, and he mentioned it on one of his videos in this menswear manifesto. Like it's a manifesto of
Okay.
all men's brands, and he brought it up in there, and I was like, all right, good. So like I did a shorter version of the video and just picked out 10 brands with 300% sell through or more, and that was one of
Yeah.
them. Well, now I see why
No
because I
kidding.
literally listed it and it sold immediately.
Are you finding it in the bins at all?
No, I found this at yard sales. But what's weird though is I never found Untuck It anywhere, thrift store
Well,
or the bins. And I bought a bunch of
okay.
Untuck It at that yard sale from the same person, and then I found it in the bins the other day.
Oh,
So
okay. Well, that was my question. Like, have you found the Built brand before
no,
in the
not yet.
bins?
No, I've never.
Okay.
This is my
But
first time
maybe but
finding it
maybe it
there.
wasn't on your radar too. Like, so maybe you weren't looking for it. You know what I'm
Well,
saying?
no, it was
So
on.
you
It's been on my radar because I put it in one of my
okay.
videos. But that's how I
Okay,
knew. As soon
okay.
as I saw it, I was like, I've been looking for this, and not like it's a grail or nothing, but like I knew I had money on
Yeah.
my.
But
So I
like,
literally bought every piece of it without even thinking, second guessing. I bought
oh yeah,
five,
for
five or
sure.
six pieces. I'm like, yeah, let me get all those. You know what I
Especially
mean?
at that sell through rate,
Right.
that's
And then
you
so
know.
like she had some other stuff that I never heard of. This hat that I listed, it sold immediately. It's called Melon or MELIN. I'm probably not pronouncing it right, but it's a running brand hat. So I
Okay.
listed this hat at $40 and it sold instantly too. So maybe I underpriced that hat, so look out for it. MELIN.
Okay.
So ridiculously quick.
There you go.
Uh,
I feel like I'm gonna have to like do a test every time you give me a new bolo. I'm like I gotta make study cards,
yeah, flashcards. So
right?
around here, people make decoy sales, and you spend your morning doing nothing. It happened to me twice. I'm
That's
glad
that's
we don't
wild.
live in your city, bro.
Bro, that's wild. I've never heard of a decoy sale. Anybody else in chat heard of a decoy sale? That's some savage stuff right there.
Yeah, your Barbie case and clothes was cool. I'm not really
Oh
sure
yeah,
what
that was a fun little pickup. That was.
is that
I
on
think there
you.
was what's that?
Is that for you?
Yes, yeah, and there was a garage sale that I
Oh,
picked
okay.
up a custom
All
Barbie
right,
case,
gotcha,
and some clothes and stuff. So
gotcha,
it
gotcha,
was super
gotcha.
cheap too, super cheap.
As much as you want to spend for the ad, $30 one time is all I do. Okay. I have been paying $1 to $2 a day, and I have reached a couple thousand people. I paused the ad when I find enough people to source from. Didn't think the ad would work, but hey, it turned out to be a blessing. So are these people that are going like sourcing for you continuously, or is this just one time shopping? I'm
That's
curious.
interesting because I mean, $1 to $2 a day is super reasonable. I mean, that you would spend that in gas to go thrifting around, or even one trip to the bins could be like $2 in gas. So
So Bobby
you
says
know,
Cellhound does. You just send them the pictures and they do everything else.
I mean, I could see that if it was like really generic, like a really generic product. But if you're doing
Yeah.
clothing, that can be very particular about like just whatever the clothing, because like clothing can all look similar, right?
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
you kind of need to be very particular about your stuff. So
So he says that I just review and post to eBay. It's about a day turnaround for them. So have you ever gotten a listing back and there was errors in it that you had to check or change, or have you had to like contact your VA like I don't like wording like this, I would like you to do it this way, or was it just like pretty much perfect, from the first couple of listings?
I'm
Yo
just
boy
curious how
said,
much.
go
I
ahead.
was just curious how much Cellhound is too. By the way, if you
I think
can
it's like thirty
tell us.
dollars a month, I believe.
Okay. Is
Yeah, how
there
much
but
is it,
is there a
somebody?
limit? Is there a limit on the listings too though at $30? I mean, is there I guess there's probably tiers, right? Like there's probably a $30 tier, and so is it
Ah,
$30 for all you can do, cuz that's
yeah,
kind of
probably
cool.
not, man. It's probably not though, because even Hammock they pay. It's like by the listing. You get like a certain amount
Yeah.
of listings for $100 is the minimum that you can spend, and then like once that runs out, you got to refill your account.
Yeah.
Uh, Yo boy says when you find a product in the bins, how do you find comps? Take a picture, type the product name, or scan the barcode. So since
All
I deal in
three.
clothing, since I do right, since I deal in clothing, I usually type in the name. If there is a barcode on it, I'll scan it. Oftentimes though, it doesn't bring up what you're looking for. So I'll just type in what it is and what size it is, and I filter by sold comps and check the sell through rate on it and what it's selling for.
Yeah. As a person who does pretty much everything, like if it doesn't have a barcode, I'm searching in the product name.
Yep.
If I can't find the product name, I'm putting it into
That's
Google
a
Lens and
Google
taking a
Lens
picture.
it.
Yep, and I'm
Yep.
taking a picture of it, and then I'm backtracking it that way.
Yep.
So yeah, and then if Google Lens can't find it, uh, pretty much you're screwed.
Yeah.
um, you know, you could try to like type in anything that you can find out about it in a general Google
Like
search.
maybe like a model number or something.
Yeah, you can
Yeah.
try that and do a general Google search.
Yeah.
Um, so I hope that
So
answers your
and
question.
the thing is for me though, when it comes down to stuff like that and it's something that I can't find easily, I just pass on it because I don't like to get crippled by research. If I can't find
Oh
what
yeah,
information I need within 5 minutes, and it's not, it's a waste of my time.
that's totally
Uh,
fair.
I sold several
That's
items
totally
that the
fair.
buyer relisted and doubled their money. Sometimes finding comps is hard. eBay comps are a joke. They can be a joke, definitely. That's why you got to just work with what you know, build up your knowledge, and then rinse and repeat. Yeah, one
For
time, but
sure.
one lady had over 1,000 pieces on my brand list. I prefer this because I'm getting bins prices and the clothes are in way better condition. Let's go. That's what I'm talking about.
That sounds awesome,
Derek
Bo.
Payton Flippers, what's going on, man? Congratulations to the Wiz, man. She graduated with her master's, got her
Hey, that's a huge
degree.
accomplishment.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and started a nonprofit at the same time.
Awesome.
That's
Awesome.
that's being a boss right there for real.
What's the 504 nonprofit? What's
Can't
what are
remember what
they?
it was for. What was that for, Derek? Some type of helping women something. I can't remember.
Cool. Cool.
I can't remember.
Yeah, Bo. I thank you for sharing that with us, Bo. By the way, I think that's a really interesting approach, especially for something that's just so commonly found. I mean,
Right.
like I know there's guys that do the same thing for video games, but like you have to wade through a lot of crap, to get some gems with video game stuff. And that's even if you get somebody to approach you with that. Now,
Yeah.
clothing, everybody has clothing, and like you said, they maybe don't want to drag it down to the local, Goodwill. They don't want to drag it down to the local little
Yep.
receptacle bin that accepts clothes and shoes,
Yep.
so like, hey, I'll drive to you. A couple bucks in gas, couple
I'm
bucks in
definitely gonna
in
do
ad
that.
revenue, and yeah, if you get 1,000 piece lick, like
Yeah,
you're doing pretty okay for a couple bucks a day.
especially 1,000
So
pieces that are on your brand list that you
yeah,
provide. Because
yeah, for real.
I did a bulk buyout, as you know. Um, a lot of it was stuff that I never even heard of. A lot of it was stuff that I would never even considered selling, but I bought it, tested it, and some of it sold. Like so, Day Trip is a brand that I've never even heard of, never sold, but it's been selling like hotcakes. The cha-chings at the beginning of the show was like 3 Day Trip pieces selling. But I bought
Wow.
all this stuff from this lady, and it's all like the same size, right? So since it's all the same size, I get a lot of multiple orders on this stuff. Like yesterday, I sold 3 pieces to the same lady. Today, I sold 4 or 5 pieces to the same person. So, like, I get a lot of these repeat buyers and these multiple orders because apparently this stuff is what I'm not sure the age demographic. I want to say 30s to 45 ish because the lady I bought it from was like early 50s. You know what I mean? And she's had the stuff for a couple years now. So, uh,
Okay.
you got to learn your demographic too. That helps when you know who's buying it from you.
Oh
Uh,
yeah, for sure.
that way you know what to pick, and highly recommend it. So much clothing in abundance. There definitely is. Danny, what's good, man? What's going on, Pickle
What up,
Resellers?
Danny?
Uh, I will give you guys something we do about 5K a month in profit. HVAC parts. I pay scrap metal guys to bring them to me, and we sell a ton. Nice.
That's interesting.
So for the that niche right there, my brother, he's not my real brother, but like we've been buds since high school. He's my brother's god, he's my brother's son, his goddad. So like he's real super close to the family, and he does HVAC for a living. If I was in the niche of selling, random stuff still, I'd probably consider doing that because I got a line on it, you know what I mean? But now I'm trying to make connections in the clothing category.
What, you don't want to be a scrapper, bro? What's up?
Heck no. I'm trying to get rid of all my dude. I've been donating so much stuff lately, man. I'm trying to get rid of all my scrap. Who did your logo and storefront banner? I did it. No, I did the storefront banner. The logo, Chris from Flip the World did that. Uh,
That's awesome.
so, yeah, if you guys want to get a decent logo made, holler at Chris from Flip the World or Zesty Pickles.
Yeah, heck yeah, heck yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
for sure.
Uh, yeah, man. I had somebody just messaging me about combining orders on. And this is crazy, right? There's these sandals called Mephisto, Mephisto, and I had them spelled wrong, and I was like, why am I getting no hits on these? But I didn't realize I had them spelled wrong. I put an M in there like Mephisto, like Memphis.
Yeah,
So somebody messaged me yesterday and was like, you have this spelled wrong. People aren't going to be able to find this in the search. They messaged me on all 4 of them, so I changed it. Now I got somebody that wants to buy 2 of them. They want to make sure I combine shipping.
bro,
Yes, I do.
you owe them a coffee.
I really do, man. Straight up.
That's
Let's
funny.
see.
Oh yeah, the
Hey,
the
Grandma.
tornadoes. Yeah, the tornadoes were popping off. I guess about an hour ago,
We didn't
two
have
hours
that
ago.
down here.
Oh, you didn't
I
have
guess
any
we're
of it?
far enough away from you guys. It's not even raining or anything down here.
Oh yeah, it was like crazy rain. Tornado sirens are going off, and I haven't heard the tornado
Crazy.
sirens go off in a minute. So,
But see,
but
like
no,
when I was
everything.
watching the news yesterday, though, it was saying that it was hitting you guys up that way, and down by me, it was just scattered showers, and it didn't even rain today. So
Hmm,
I guess you can't trust the weather 100% because they said it was going to
no,
rain down here, and it skipped right over us. This lady is
especially
on it. Go
around
ahead.
St. Louis, especially
Right,
around St.
right.
Louis.
I think around Missouri, period, dude. Like the weather's just not. It's not reliable. It's
No,
consistently inconsistent. Uh,
yes,
this lady is holding $2,000 worth of Focus 21 hairspray, and I can't find her house. New old stock, super valuable. I already sold $2,500 worth of it. You can't find her house. Did you message her and say, "I'm trying to spend. Where are you?"
yeah, yeah,
Trust me, they will be found. Marcus,
yeah.
where can I find Chris to make a logo? How can I contact him? It's Chris. It's Flip the World TX on Instagram, or usually he's in the chat. But yeah, message him on Flip the World. I'm gonna pull it up so you can see what he looks like. So that way You
You know you're
he's
messaging the right account.
right, exactly. Because he's got multiple of them because his account kept getting shut down.
Oh,
People were hating.
really?
Yeah, people were hating on him because he speaks his mind.
That sucks.
Okay, so pulled my earphones out, man. So this is his channel. Flip the World TX. So just look that up. Message him. Say, hey, Dixon's Pickins told me you made his logo. He also made Joey Bada Bing's logo. He's done stuff for Kevin Commonwealth Picker.
That's awesome.
Uh, yeah, man, he's made a lot of nice logos. He made Dante Prison of Profit's new logo. Um, he's definitely he's got skills, man.
I am dying at what Grandma said. You know, Carroll House Furniture is in danger again. That's
That's
totally a regional
crazy.
joke. That's totally a
Yeah,
regional joke because
yeah.
yeah, Carroll House Furniture is a local chain here, and their
Yeah.
buildings have gotten
Oh,
destroyed in
multiple times.
storms multiple times.
Multiple
Yeah,
times. Because they
it's
got cheap warehouse type steel buildings with like shoddy work done.
yeah. David Jobs asks you, have you sold your corn hoodie yet?
I just sold it today, but nobody's paid for it yet.
Oh, that
I took the
sucks.
best offer of $80,
Laying in
but
wait.
I'm waiting for them to pay, which is the story of my eBay account. Let's see how many waiting for payments I have at this exact moment.
I
Do
actually have
you
one. I have one.
I got that. I get that all the time, just one. I cancel at least 5 orders a day from people that didn't pay.
That's so
But right
crazy to
now, I
me.
got five waiting for payment. That ain't too bad.
That is so crazy to me.
Mm. It is what it is, though. Here's someone send an offer on one of those built shirts. Let's see, 22. How about that?
How
Yeah,
about that?
how about that? All right, so yeah, so I'm waiting for him to pay $80. I paid under $2 for it, so two into 80 is ridiculous. I'll do that every day, all day.
Yeah.
I would hold out for more, but it's got the neckline cut and it's a little tattered. There's like a lot of distress to it, but it's definitely worth it. I
No,
know the
yeah.
area that I looked for an hour and I don't have her number. Did you message her back?
It
Thanks.
sounds
No problem,
interesting.
man. Good luck. Subbed. Nice.
Sounds like an
I
interesting
hope they pay.
situation.
I hope they pay too. You know what I mean? Because at the end of the day, this is what I'm here for. So I crossed over 1,000 feedback,
Yeah, I saw
um,
that. I saw that. Congrats.
which is pretty good considering the fact that this account's just a year and three months old. So,
Yeah.
man, I've been selling, dude. I've been selling a lot of stuff,
Heck yeah, man.
trying to get that. And it's not even real. I don't. The feedback is great. Don't get me wrong. You know what I mean. And if I got negative feedback, I'd be like, oh man, I got to get this fixed. But the feedback isn't really all that huge of a deal. I know it helps with sales because people feel like you're a trustworthy, business and you're reliable. But I've made 3,200 sales since I opened this account, right? And I've only
Yeah.
gotten 1,000 feedback. So I don't care, man. As long as I keep making thousands of sales, you don't even have to leave feedback. You know what I mean? Just keep
Yeah.
that money rolling in and let me keep reinvesting it into more items to flip, because that's really what it's all about. Don't get me wrong. Like I said, the feedback is greatly appreciated, but it wouldn't even matter if I sold if I made another feedback as long as I keep on making sales.
Yeah, well, I think about a third is right? Like that, like a third of your sales are going to leave feedback.
Yeah, I thought from the statistics I had heard, it's about a quarter of what you
Okay.
do. So
I
like a
mean,
third is okay because
yeah.
that's more than a fourth. So
Yeah, yeah. I mean, I'm coming up on 400. I actually don't know my total sales off the top of my head since my account has. Well, I should say this: my account is older, but I never
mhm,
really sold anything. I sold
right,
like some paintball gear and some Pokemon cards way back,
yeah.
and
Well,
like
see,
that was it.
now, like when you go to your store's page, to your like if you actually go to your store, it'll tell you. Let me just show you. For people that don't have a store and don't know.
I'm signing up for my store tonight.
So see, I've got 243 followers, 100% positive feedback, and 3.2K items sold. And it says that right next to your info. So this is
is
on my
that
storefront.
is that all from when your storefront started, or was that since the
This is
account
just
creation?
this is since the account creation.
Gotcha.
But I had a store. I got my store probably around August,
Yeah.
maybe September ish. So I got the store right before I went full time.
Gotcha. So
That's
you
how
probably
many
didn't
days I
have too much
sold.
anyway.
No, no. Well, like when I got my store, I wasn't even at 300 listings yet.
Gotcha. So it was like barely worth it.
Yeah. Well,
Yeah.
I got it because I was trying to automate feedback and do some automation and back end stuff, and it turned out to not be worth me getting a store at that moment because
Yeah.
I wasn't running out of listings. And then like the next month after I got the store is when, or actually I did start running out of listings. I ran out of listings, three listings, and I was like, you know what? Screw this. I'm buying a store
Oh,
immediately.
that's right. That's right. Because you had a bunch of limitations early
Yeah.
on.
Yep.
That's
So I
right.
was like, yeah, I'm getting me a store. Let's see
Yeah, and I
here.
guess because I had sold before and I had some account age, my
Uh-huh.
limitations early on were not that crazy.
Yeah.
So I got lucky there.
My limitations now are pretty decent. I can do let me see.
I think mine's pretty decent too,
I can
even
do a
though I
hundred
don't
thousand
list.
in a month, and I can list 5,000 each month. 5,000 and 100,000. I can list 5,000 items, and I can sell 100,000 in a month
Okay.
every month.
I
So
don't
that's
know
not
what.
bad
I don't.
for a year old.
Oh no,
Uh,
I'd say it's pretty dang good. But
yeah.
did they up that when you get a store too, or like when you upgrade your store?
Getting a store didn't help the selling limits increase. It just allowed me to list more items.
Okay. Gotcha.
Uh, so
Gotcha.
so like what it does, then you can ask for an increase. You know what I mean? So like, and that's how
Right.
I got my increase up because I had gotten a store to the premium level, and it didn't change very much of anything. So I went and I checked my eligibility on getting selling limits increased. And that's when they upped it to 5,000 and $100,000.
Right.
Because
That
before
makes
it didn't do anything. It was at like 1,000 items still, and I was like, this don't seem right.
yeah. No, for sure. For
And
sure.
Marcus, can you summarize your bin strategy? Do you go every day and do you go early when they open? Also, what's the competition like? So Ray and I, we go to the same bins. It's in St. Louis City, so it's the competition is pretty decent. I've
I
been
would
to
say
bins in
it's
other I've been to bins in other cities. It's up there. You know what I mean?
yeah.
The only other place that I've been to that's equally as competitive is Houston, down there in the Texas area. But the thing about them is they rotate bins every 15 to 20 minutes, and our bin store closes after 3 hours and refills all the bins. So they say. And then they open back
So
up.
they say.
So it's not
Yeah.
it's not very competitive the whole time. It's only super duper competitive right when they open because you got everybody like running breakneck speed to the bins to try to get the best stuff. So my bin strategy is what I'll do is when they first open, I go there in the morning at 9 o'clock or 10 o'clock. Was it 10 o'clock they open? 10 o'clock,
10.
I'm there. I go in there, I get a cart, I go to the first bin that I can get to that I'm the only one in, and I sort through it all the way through, and I usually load my cart up off the first bin because no one goes through that bin while I'm going through it because it's kind of bin etiquette, you know what I mean? Especially if it's regulars there. And so I'll get decent amounts of stuff usually from the first bin. That's where I'll find all my bangers at. And then from there, I'll just go through each and every single bin and pick up stuff people don't know nothing about, and they're leaving money on the table. So I'll go through and I'll grab that, and then I'll do that both rotations. I'm always in line waiting. Competition, like I said, is kind of heavy, but when you learn that that's just how it's going to be, then you adapt because that's what humans do. You know what I mean? So
It's a very good
it's
point.
tons of profit to be made, man. It does not matter how busy it is there. You're not going to leave there with nothing to resell unless you're extremely selective and you're only looking for like $100 grill like band tees and wrestling tees. You know.
Right, right. No, I always find it interesting to see like the people who are sort of, I guess I would call them like scavenger pickers. So like
Hmm.
they'll kind of go through each bin very lightly, but they'll
Yeah,
go
they'll
through the
move through
entire
things.
set of bins
Right.
about three
Yeah.
or four times. Because
Right.
as people like myself, who's like a
Hmm.
completionist, I like to go through every bin and get down deep and,
Yep.
no stone unturned sort of thing.
Right.
They'll come by again after I've gone through it and then see, oh, they overturned this or they,
Yep.
whatever. So there's
Yep.
there's two different strategies there for sure. Whether or not one works better than the other, I think that comes down to more personal preference.
I,
But
yeah. So like, and I see the vintage kids like they'll come through and they'll just grab like a handful of clothes and pick it up and move it and
see,
then look
that's
underneath it. And I don't understand that strategy because you literally
that's
probably picked up all
yeah.
the good stuff. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
But
Exactly. Well, it's like the same thing as like the scavenger picker who like if you don't dig down deep, you're going to leave some stuff that's
right.
possibly there, I mean,
And I used
so
to do that myself when I first started going to the bins, man. Like I would just skim over the bins because I really wasn't feeling digging through a bunch of dirty clothes. You know what I'm saying?
of
But
course.
at that time, I also wasn't a clothing reseller. I was an everything seller. So
Yeah.
I started just digging in, man, because it's what I was gonna do. You know. So I got used to it, and I got a strategy, and I got what works for me. I start finding a lot of stuff. So I was like, let's go. This is what I'm doing. You know what I mean?
Heck yeah. Heck yeah.
Me too. Been on there forever and only like 3,600 feedback. That's not bad though. Just kidding. 3060. Either way, that's
Yeah,
still
either
really good
way.
feedback.
Uh, yeah.
90% of my grills I find are from digging deep. Yep, you got to, man. You can't just skim the top. You know what I mean? Like, even if you guys watch Ray's videos, man, he's like getting in there one handed with the camera, like just moving stuff out the way, like finding stuff. You know what I mean? Like, you can't expect to, not, you can't expect to get a bunch of stuff if you're not going to put in the effort. You know what I mean? That's
I
just
uh
with anything in life.
I really do miss having the backpack strap, which allowed me
Yeah.
to film and dig. Like that was especially really good early on in the
Yeah.
channel when the media bins were always full and they were
Yeah.
always mixed with like random disc media and books. Because
Yeah.
man, I couldn't imagine like doing that now with one hand.
Yeah.
Going through those bins and like, oh man, I miss those times though.
Thanks for the reply. I just moved 1.5 hours away from St. Louis. I heard there are two bins. Do you go to both? I do go to both. Ray's actually going more recent than I have. I don't go
Yeah,
to the Bridgeton one all that often just because I literally love the St. Louis one and it's closer to me. Since I'm driving that far away, I like to go to the closest place. But Ray just did a video at the other one, a couple videos back.
yeah, yeah.
So
I was really surprised at how they leveled up their media game at the
yeah,
Bridgeton bins,
yeah,
because they were just
sub pros
not.
there, man.
Yeah, they were just really not known for their media. Their
Yeah.
clothing though. I mean, if you're a clothing reseller
Oh, I
between the
was
St.
going to.
Vincent de Paul,
Mhm.
their bins and Bridgeton, like you can hit both in one morning. And if you're a clothes reseller, like yeah,
Yeah,
it's good. It's
yeah. I
good.
was only in the St. Vincent for like 20 minutes, and I got like two big bags full of stuff. You know what I mean? And I didn't
Yeah.
even look through. I didn't even look through everything.
Yeah.
Uh,
Yeah. I got lucky and found that little vintage Umbro
yeah. And then it's
little banger
crazy, dude,
coat.
because I found Umbro shorts the next day at the not at that
Nice.
bins, but I found them at the St. Louis bins, and
Nice.
they're green and pastel, like purple pinkish colors. So like they're
Oh,
like definitely 90s like loud colors.
I
And I
love
was
that.
like, and I said it was crazy because Ray just found an Umbro jacket in his video. Then I found some Umbro shorts.
Yeah, it's probably going to take a little bit to sell the one that I got, only because it's personalized with the Drury. I'm pretty sure it's Drury College, which is right by Springfield, or not Springfield, Missouri State,
It
right? Is in Springfield,
might
Missouri.
be.
Yeah,
I don't
I'm pretty
know.
sure.
See, because down here and St. Louis as well, like the Drurys are a big family that own the
Right.
Drury Inns and stuff like that. So maybe they're tied to the school too.
I'm pretty
Uh,
sure that they are. I'm pretty
Yeah,
sure
those
they
people,
are.
they're balling, dude. Like they
Oh
got
yeah,
so
they
many
yeah.
hotels down here because this is where they live.
Yeah.
It's ridiculous.
They're not they're not starving for sure.
For
But
someone starting
yeah,
out, how many times a week or a month would you recommend getting new inventory, even if sometimes sales are slow? This is my thing, right? You, if you're like really strapped for cash, like in the beginning, focus on sell through. Uh, Pick items that are going to sell quickly enough to where you're not out of cash while you're waiting for more money because you want to have cash flow, especially if you're someone that likes to go sourcing. You don't want to have all your money tied up and then dipping into your personal pocket money to continue going sourcing. That's number one. Number two, if you do have a little bit of listings up and you got money flowing, I would recommend only keeping maximum 2 weeks worth of inventory around because you don't want to get in the habit of just going to buy more stuff while you have a death pile. Me personally, I list as much as I can. I do like 40 listings in a day. So even when I do have stuff on backstock, it's already like listed and drafted and put away in my inventory system. So like I've got 100 drafts right now. Um, that are just drafted, but everything's put up and I've got all my items laid out for tomorrow. So I'll just go right in there. I photo my next set of items and I'll lay out the next day's listings the night beforehand. But I'm only at one or 2 days ahead at any given point in time because I list so quickly. You know what I mean? So it's to each their
and
own. If you got like a 5 or 10 a day habit, you could be well more stocked up. But I'm listing 30 a day, so it changes for me. You know what I mean?
as somebody that has done exactly both of the things that Marcus just said, that's really good advice that he's giving. So, yeah.
Yeah, yeah, man. I know that's what I started doing when I first started reselling. Man, I was like, buying a bunch of stuff. Uh, I never had death piles because I always thought, if I'm buying this stuff, I might as well get it listed. But I would go buy more stuff out of my own pocket, waiting for other stuff to sell because I wasn't buying good stuff that had high sell through because I didn't know anything
Yeah.
about sell through when I first got started. You know what I
I
mean? I was just
mean,
buying stuff off the look. You
yeah, no,
know,
I think it's the excitement. You get really
right?
excited when you're a new reseller, and even if there's
Yep,
only a couple comps that are sold, you're just like, yeah,
yep,
I'm gonna make exactly that, and I'm gonna
yep,
sell it quickly, and then come to
yep,
find out you're making about $10, $15 less than what you thought,
yep.
and it took you
And
about 3 to 6 months to sell it.
my thing
We've
was
all been
too
there.
is I was looking at active listings, like, oh, okay, so this is what people are asking for,
Oh,
and
yeah,
thinking that okay, so they're asking $30 for this, I can get $30 for this. Turn out it's
yeah.
faded glory, and it's only going to sell for negative $5. You know,
Yeah.
you know what I
I
mean?
think I think
So,
that what you just described is probably the most common mistake that people
yeah,
make just in general with eBay.
yep,
Like I have had people come to me with an item like or we'll be talking about a certain item or whatever and they'll be like, "Oh yeah, it was on eBay for, X amount." And I'll be
yep,
like, "Well, did you check the sold comps?" And they're like,
yep,
"What are those?" And I'm like,
yeah.
"Oh no."
Like the
Like
yard sales you go to where people have the eBay
yeah.
printout, and it's the highest
Yeah.
comp they could find, and it's not even a sold listing.
Yeah.
Like
Yep.
those water bottles don't go for $6,000. They're $1 a piece,
Yeah.
lady.
I
Your
can
beanie
buy these
baby's
in the
not worth
bins.
ten
In the
thousand
bins
bucks.
by the pound, okay?
Right. Exactly. So like it's all about doing what works for you though at the end of the day. You don't want
Also
to
good advice.
base your success or your failures off someone else, but use it as a guide maybe to consider things that you can implement or remove from your processes. At the end of
Good
the day,
advice.
man, you don't want to add a bunch of stuff that's going to cripple you, or you don't want to add stuff that's going to slow down what you're doing. If you're doing something that works already, continue with that until you get faster or better. You know what
Yeah.
I mean? It's really not necessarily about speed in this game, man. Because if you're rushing through making a lot of careless mistakes, then you're only hurting yourself. So you want to learn the process from start to finish. Fill out as many item specifics as you can until you start to learn which ones aren't necessary.
Yeah.
If it's required, make sure you fill it out. If it's recommended, I fill all the recommended out that apply to the listing. Um, features, like I'm not gonna fill out features of a t-shirt, you know what I mean? Like it's a
Right,
crew
right.
neck, short sleeve, like I can't give you too many more specifics than that, you know what I mean? But like
Exactly.
certain categories call for certain things that others don't. Like Nike shoes don't have a character. Paw Patrol shoes do have a character. You know what I mean? So like you
Yeah.
just gotta learn what you're listing and what applies to it. And if it don't apply, let it fly.
Yeah.
Let's see. Mr.
Absolutely.
Shea said important for brand new sellers to understand eBay may not allow them to start out with 250 listings. They may only be able to list 10 to 15 items to begin with. Don't want to go out and buy 1,000 items. That's the truth. So when you
Yeah.
are starting an eBay account, I ran into this myself. They only let me list 10 items. They want to see that you are able to handle the traffic that they're giving you. Not only handle it, but process and ship and deliver what you said you would deliver at the time rate that you said you would deliver it, and
Right.
that way they'll give you more and more traffic to your account. Now, once you start generating some sales and you don't feel like they're boosting your listings up enough, you can call them and say, "Hey, I've sold this many things, successful transactions. Do you think you could give me more listings?" And usually they will. As long as you keep on doing what they want you to do, they'll keep on, giving you more listings. Let's see.
Good advice.
Yep.
Good advice. Write it all down. Actually, you can
Yeah,
just go
just
back
go
and watch
watch
the
the
VOD.
replay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just go back and watch the
Right.
VOD.
Yep, yep. That's what we're here for, though, guys. Like, anytime you guys got questions, man, definitely drop them in the chat and we'll get to them for sure.
We love
Uh,
it.
but we are at the end of our hour here. So,
Yeah.
anything you want to say or promote on your channel, Broski?
No. I'm just excited to get back to garage sailing again this Saturday.
Yeah.
So be on the lookout for that. We're about to roll over 200 videos, which is pretty cool. Or 200 episodes, I guess you'd say. Not 200 videos, because there's definitely more than that. But that's kind of exciting. So,
I just
you
sold
know.
this vintage Abercrombie and Fitch visor for
Ooh.
$30. I suck at this.
Ooh.
Got this at the bins, man.
Nice, dude. I'm
Yeah.
surprised. I'm surprised. Like Abercrombie's one of those things, man. It was the
You got to
king.
get the yeah,
It
you got
was
to
the
get the
it was
right
the
thing
king. Yeah.
because it's definitely getting more popular because back in our day, like when at least I'm a few years older than you, but I know when I was in high school, like Abercrombie was starting to
Oh
blow
yeah.
up. You know what I
Oh
mean?
yeah. It
And
was
that's
the
what
yeah.
everybody was
And
wearing.
it was like the king of preppy brands too at that
Right.
time. So
And they had
yeah,
that song I like girls that wear Abercrombie. And
yep.
I'm not gonna get demonetized, but you guys know
Right,
you know
right,
what I'm
right.
talking about. So yeah, like it was just really popular, man. So like since that's the demographic, that's the time frame that we're in with the vintage clothing and
I
stuff, that's
mean,
what's popping off again.
you're not wrong. You're not wrong.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, man.
yeah.
So I got a video coming out tomorrow morning, guys, at 7 o'clock.
Sweet.
Appreciate it if you would go check it out. And
Yeah.
smash the subscribe button on both my channel and Ray's channel. I'll put the link somewhere in the comment section, man. And yeah, guys, if you're catching this on the replay, leave a thumbs up. And
Yes.
catch you guys next week on Good Game Grab's channel. We'll get the kinks
Yes.
worked out. We'll definitely be
Yes.
there because we were not supposed to be here tonight, so we'll be there
Yes.
next
Yeah.
week.
Thank you guys for understanding and switching over channels this week.
Definitely,
I
man.
I don't I don't see why it would be an issue for anybody to switch, but we appreciate it.
Yeah,
So
definitely. Yeah, man, it's been real. Enjoy you
yeah.
guys' company as always. We'll catch you guys on the
Yes.
next one. See you next week, guys.
Peace out,
Peace.
guys.